How is it you want to be remembered? Will we ever get over the Brad-Jen split? And 11 days to go!
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit Hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. It is day 130 of Gotta Get on Ellen. 11 days to go. I made the mistake of getting on the scale today. I shouldn't have done it. I promised myself I wouldn't do it till Friday. Here it is. It's only Tuesday. You know what? I'm feeling so good. I feel thinner. I feel like I've lost weight. I look like my face is thinner. However, the scale, not budging. Exactly the same as it was a week ago. It's a little discouraging. I am not going to let it get me down. I am not going to let it throw me off course. I've got 11 days to go. If it still says the same thing in 11 days, I will cry. We'll be devastated. But that can't be possible, right? Can't happen. Craziness. 11 more days to go of the 30-day challenge. No carbs, no sweets, no alcohol. Come on, February 1st. So it is absolutely freezing at the Jersey Shore today. Now, it's been colder. It's not in the single digits, but, we've had above average temps for the most of the month. So when it gets this cold, it feels cold. I'm trying to see. I think the temps are in the 20s. And then with the wind chill, it is feeling like it's in the teens. So, yeah, pretty cold. We're not used to this. We don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's kind of what inspired my topic for yesterday that I put up. Sun was shining so brightly. You're standing inside. It looks like it's the most beautiful day. And then you go outside and it's like you're slapped in the face with the cold. Ugh. I always feel like I'm being scammed or something like that too when I walk outside expecting it to be nice. Now, I don't expect it to be 80 degrees, but it just looks like it should be nice out. They're fooling me. It's very deceiving. Very deceiving. So the cold here today reminded me of, do you remember when you had to stand at the bus stop when you were a kid? Waiting for the bus. The bus always took forever. I don't know. Maybe we just always got there super early, but I always just remember, no matter what time of year, I just always remember waiting forever for the bus. You remember, you'd look down the street. Nope, not coming yet. You'd look down the street. Nope, still not coming. You'd look down the street. Oh, yeah, there it is, but it's got 3 more stops before it gets to me. Those poor kids today having to stand outside at the bus stop. Now, there are not that many kids in my neighborhood that actually stand at a bus stop. They are driven to the bus stop, and they sit in a car until the bus comes. That is not the way it was done when I was a kid. I can tell you that much. But good for them. If you can sit in a warm car, bless you. I wish that's the way it could have been done for me. But alas, my mom was at work. My dad was at work. She wouldn't have done it anyway, but, for the most part, they were working. And it was just down the street. I don't think you could actually see us from the bus stop. It's just, maybe if you, just went out of the house a little bit. At the first house that we lived in when I was growing up. The second house, no. We kind of went up the street, down the corner, and so you definitely couldn't see us. But that one was a little bit more of a walk than the first house was. But what are you going to do? The bus stops are the bus stops. That's another reason why, it takes so long now in neighborhoods. They've put the bus stops so close together so kids don't have to walk like they used to. Sometimes it was a very long walk to the bus stop. I remember my friend Tracy back in elementary school. She had a long walk. Like they just stopped at the development. And she kind of lived way back in there. I remember walking from the bus stop to her house, like after school sometimes. It was a long walk. I don't really do that anymore. I am sure the bus goes through that development now. So yesterday, all the big news, all the entertainment shows, all the regular news shows talking about Jen Aniston and Brad Pitt. We just can't get over their split, can we? We're just fascinated with the two of them being together. We just loved the two of them together. It was like America's Sweetheart with America's Hottest Man. And then, of course, Angelina, the one who had to come in and just ruin it for everybody. Ruin it for everybody. Still mad at her. Still don't like her. So they were both at the SAG Awards, and apparently when Jennifer Aniston won her award for the morning show, Brad was backstage and stopped what he was doing to watch her accept her award. So everybody's all aflutter. Ooh, he still loves her. And they did run into each other backstage, and they each had their award because they both won awards. And Brad had a pretty funny speech. I don't know if I actually got to see any of Jen's. You know, I don't get the channel that the SAG Awards come on. It breaks my heart because I do like that one. It's very entertaining and a lot of awards that you really care about. Again, unlike the Oscars, I still watch the Oscars every year, but it's just, 3 hours of boringness until you get to the last 20 minutes. But this one is pretty entertaining. But again, don't get that channel. So I did not get to see any of the award show, but just from what I've been seeing online and the bits and pieces that have been posted. But yeah, we really do wish that they were still together. We just wish that nasty Angelina thing never happened. Because here's the thing. I've heard people say they wish that they would get back together. I don't know. I mean, let me preface it by saying this. You have just this one life. You've got to do what you've got to do to give yourself the ultimate happiness. If Jen Aniston decides that Brad Pitt is her ultimate happiness, that's her decision. That's her choice. And if that's what's going to make her happy, all power, more power to her. I would be slightly disappointed, though, because it would just feel like she was waiting around all this time for him to, break up with Angelina, get his act together, and then she's just been waiting in the wings, and she hasn't. We know that. She's gotten married again, and she's had a number of relationships. But I don't know. Just something about the fact that she was so wronged, so publicly as well, that I would just feel a little bit of disappointment if that were to happen. But again, it's going to make them both happy. They got to do what they got to do. I just finished a really good book yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you. I believe I found this. I know I found this on a popular books list. It may or may not be part of Reese Witherspoon's book club. I don't remember. I think it is, but don't quote me on that. It's called Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. Very interesting book. It's kind of a long one. It reads long as well. Like, sometimes you get those quick reads, but this one, it's kind of intricate and detailed. But it's especially interesting for those who have been in therapists because it is written from the standpoint of a therapist. And she talks about her clients, patients, what have you, and what's going on in their lives. But she also goes through a breakup at the beginning of the book and goes to her own therapist, which apparently is very common in the therapy world. So she goes over her therapy sessions as well. Very interesting to hear about how therapists put people in, their patients in certain categories and how they figure out quickly if this is a person who thinks it's their way or, or no way, or if it's a person who thinks their side is the only side or their side is just one of many sides. Very interesting stuff. If you ever get a chance, it's called maybe you should talk to someone. So I just wanted to tell you about that. I finished that last night. It's almost like a badge of honor when I finish a book. I'm like, done this one. This one was from the library. It was a real book. Thank goodness I found my book light, right? But now I have a book that I have to start for my book club. A book I believe I have already read, but I don't think I finished it. But it's on my Kindle, and I'm very excited because I just got a new Kindle cover. It's all brown leather-like. It's got a little nook in the back where I can slide my fingers through to hold the Kindle up. Very exciting stuff. I live an exciting life. It's fabulous. I just can't get over how exciting my life is. Going to bed at 8 o'clock, getting excited over Kindle covers, just ranting and raving about books. It's the life I've always dreamed of. Of course, I'm kidding, somewhat. I'm very happy with my life. But, a little more excitement would be okay. Just a little more excitement. So on to the topic of the day. I wanted to know, do you prefer it sunny and cold like it was yesterday, or warmer but raining? Interesting stuff, huh? Mary Ellen says 1 or 2 days of rain is okay. After that, me no likey. Yeah, I'm going to say the same thing. I don't mind like 1 day of rain and dreariness. It kind of makes it, okay to just kind of curl up on the couch with a good book, maybe make yourself some hot chocolate, snuggle with the pup. But, when it's raining, it's just so dreary out. It starts to depress me after a while. So maybe a day, 2 days I get. But after that, it really is just like, all right, enough with the rain. So when it comes to my choice, I would have to say sunny but cold, just for the fact of I can't take too much rain. Now, Laurie says she loves the rain. Marcy says warmer but raining. It's good napping weather. It's good book reading weather, too. Jim says, I hate the rain in any weather. I know we need it, but it's depressing. Like life, I guess. If you didn't have the rainy days, you couldn't appreciate the sunny ones. But I take a sunny day even if it's cold. The worst is a cold and rainy day. I agree. Michelle says, geez, neither, but I'll take the cold sun over warm rain. Bob says it's cold. If it's cold, it has to snow, or I prefer the 70s. Diane says liquid sunshine, so much better than anything cold, but I need the sun. Give me a sunny, warm day, and I am good with the world, that is. And, I think that most people are going with warm and rainy. It's pretty even, but I think that warm and rainy kind of just notches it out just a little bit. Vicky says neither sunny and warm. I am sick of this rain. We did not get rain yesterday, so I'm not sure where Vicky is. I think it was a little cloudy in the morning, but then the sun came out, and it was glorious sunshine without barely a cloud in the sky. Moving on to today's blog post. How do you want to be remembered? Do you want to make this the best possible life you can? I'm guessing the answer is yes. You need to ask yourself where you want to be at the end of your life. Do you want to be doing what you're doing now? Do you want more than what you have now? Then you need to start making a plan to get there. You're not getting any younger. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you need to figure this out and quick like. So what is it you really want? You know how you can answer that? Write a eulogy or an obituary for your own death or funeral. I know it seems morbid, and if you can't bring yourself to do that, then what do you want people to say about you at your funeral? How do you want to be remembered? I think we all want to be considered kind, understanding, hardworking, loyal, great parent, spouse. But are you living in a way that makes those the things that are being said about you? If not, you've got to get on to changing it. How do you see yourself when you're in your 80s and 90s? Do you want to be living the high life on Easy Street, living wherever you want with plenty of money? I do. That's me right here. Got my hand up. Well, how are you going to get there?